In a small town on the Atlantic Ocean, a woman named LaVeta lived a life of domestic violence and fear. This is her story.
The first time I ever experienced domestic violence, I was 5 years old when my grandfather bust my grandmother in the head with a brick. That's the first time I ever seen a man hit a woman. Then it accumulated onto my father. I say the abuse started with my father, and when he beat me down, Mama had to keep me home from school because the whelps was open on my arms and my back. If the buckle slipped out his hand, he kept hitting me with it. And he just kept on until Mama had to. He would lock the door. My stepmother had to kick the door in and stand in front of me and say, "Don't hit her no more." I ran away to go to my birth mother, and she put me in the car and brought me right back. So that's made me feel like she didn't want me either. So after I became an adult, after I grew up, some of the men that I attracted was abusive men. I attracted, oh good Lord, abusive. It's like crazy. He pursued me. He was cunning. He did everything that a woman wanted. While we were dating, I was put on a pedestal. I got my nails done, my hair done. If I wanted my toes done, he did it. While we were dating and he wasn't living in my house. He come over, I cook dinner, we watch movies together. He goes back to where he was living at. He paid all my bills. I made more money than he did. He was upset about that. Women not supposed to make money that big. I made more money than him. But he made sure he paid all my bills. Then the abuse started. I paid the bills here. Slapping me, punching me, would never hit me in my face because he told me I have to look at you. I never hit you. My arms would be bruised. My chest, my back would be bruised because I can cover that up. He would never hit me in my face because he said I have to look at you.
In 1997, I lived here in the back apartment, 2 bedrooms, with my oldest daughter. I let the devil in. It was the worst nightmare I ever been through. He abused me right back in the back of this place here.
when I asked that joker to move in and he moved his stuff in, he moved his attitude in with him. He moved the demon in with him. He moved the abuse in with him. All that pain, all that baggage that I didn't know about, I didn't see, that was lined up right behind him. He drug all that in my house. So, I never called domestic violence hotline, because growing up from a child all the way up and seeing this, I thought that was normal. You supposed to get your butt whooped if you don't do what your man say. That's the way my generation was raised. The way I was raised and the things I have seen, that a woman submits to her husband. And back then, with my grandpa and my grandma and my dad and my stepmom, I saw the abuse. I mean, and the women stayed and they took it. I was off that night. I was in the bed, sleep, and I could not catch my breath. I felt my life slipping away from me. I was choking. So when I went to grab my throat, I felt his hands. That's when I opened my eyes and he was on top of me, choking me. And I'm trying to ask him, what is going on? Then he threw me behind the bed. I pushed him off me. He threw me behind the bed. He grabbed me by my hair. He dragged me across the room. And when he dragged me across the room, I sat up and on the floor, and then that's when he came and snatched the telephone cord and he wrapped it around my neck. And I did like this and I grabbed it. My instincts told me to grab that cord because he finna choke the mess out of you. Because that joker had death in his eyes for me. And I put my hand up and he was trying to, I could see him in my mirror in my on my dresser. He was pulling with all his might. But I was holding on with all my might. I don't know where I got that strength from, but God gave it to me. Thank you, Jesus. And then he finally knew he couldn't choke me, so he turned it loose. When he turned it loose, I was laying on the floor and he got in the bed and turned the TV on and put his foot on the back of my neck and he said, "Bitch, don't move. You're gonna sleep there all night." And I don't know, but this strength came from the tips of my toes all the way up to the top of my head. And I threw that joker off. I knocked his foot, and when I grabbed his foot, I slung that joker. And when he hit the floor, he was running because I was running too. He knew I was going to get them butcher knives. I said, enough is enough. I went in the room, got everything he owned, slung it out the front door. I didn't care where it went, who stole it, or what. I said, this is the last night you put your hand on me. This is the last night any man put their hand on me. And I meant that. And then nobody else do it.
Each time a woman stands up for herself, without knowing it possibly, without claiming it, she stands up for all women.
Get out. Get free. Let someone know what is going on. If you need help. I needed help, but I didn't do it that way. But you got to get the help. Because once you get free, girl, you ain't going to take nothing from nobody else. Once you say, I'm done, I'm not going to let this happen to me no more, you're going to be free. You're going to fly like a bird, girl. Your wings going to soar like I don't know what. But The first stage is get out.
This is out to each and every one of you. One of my favorites from Sam Cooke. And it goes something like this. I was born by the river in a little tent. Oh, just like the river I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
Anybody listening to this, I hope this can help you out.